Here I am bringing you my first place deck profile. But unlike deck profiles that I've seen recently, this one isn't going to have a gimmick. I said it isn't going to have a gimmick. Now, into the deck profile. We got 1, 2, 3 Fallen Abelbas. I feel it's pretty mandatory to play it at 3. Sometimes you've already got one in the grave, you draw one, cripes, what are you going to do? You don't want to get rid of your hand? Nah, play the third one. It's always good to come up here. 1, 2, 3 Aliber. Still think this card is great, because if you're using Branded Opening, you can either special summon him off opening and then use your normal summon for Quem. Otherwise, you can do it the other way around. If you've already got him in hand, you can use your Branded Opening for Quem and normal summon the Aliber. Great stuff. Speaking of Quem, 1, 2, best girl. Quem! That's for you, Braden. Gonna make me Quem. Always does. Nice man. We've got 2 Blazing Cartesia as well. So this, later on in the deck list, you'll see why, but it's mostly because I am running a few more synchros than normal. So that's why we've got Quem there, we've got Cartesia there. We're not playing ad libitum either, so that's another reason why we've got Quem as well, because Quem can sit there and revive all your stuff that mentions Fallen of Elbaz. Instead of relying on this weird big brick, you've got like a nice little combo piece there. Then we've got the one-offs, we've got the Mercuria, it's a great card. Albion that just nets you a draw every turn, and the 1 Tragedy. I still reckon running Tragedy is okay. Pretty much because it just gets you started on so many things, as well as a little bit of recovery, because we're not playing Kit, but Tragedy and Grave can just banish and help you recover things. For our Bestial lineup, a bit bigger than usual, we've got 1 Lubellion, we've got 1 Saranair, we've got 2 Magnamut, and 1 Druiswim. If I had the time, money, resources, a lot like life, I would have played the build very similar to what Nesh was throwing about with the huge Synchro lineup, and it had like 3 Lubellions, 3 things, and it was pretty much like Dragon Link with some branded cards. But because I didn't, we just sort of played these ratios. It's great, you still need him for combo, he's still good to get stuff out. That just searches everything, and just 1 Druiswim for field clearing there. And then the one-offs, yeah, we run the Dirty Gimmick Puppet, he's a good puppet. And 1 of my loyal companion, the Dark Magician there. Playing the old OG one, what is this from? I don't even know. I think it's the starter deck one. It's in some weird language because they say a naughty word on them. You never get away with that in the English version. Onto the spells now. Yeah, no hand traps in the main. I don't think they're very good in the main at the moment, especially in a deck that just sort of needs every resource in the hand to be live. Anyway, we've got 3 opening, 3 deployment, 3 fusion. Don't play less. These cards are great. You want to see them opening hand every time. 1 Foolish Burial. Yeah, we are on the Tragedy, but you can also send the Saranair. You can also send the Albion the Shrouded Dragon and just like wee pieces like that there. 1 Branded Red, great card. 1 Branded Lost, why not? We're also playing the Tactics package, so we're playing 2 Thrust and 1 Triple Tactics. Good cards, this just searches for so much, and especially side deck as well, and this is just like a great little board breaker of a card. And for our last spells, 3 Dark Ruler no more. So Branded really isn't a deck that OTKs. It can with the right hand, but it's normally break field, crush your opponent's resources on their turn, and then you kill them on the crack back there. So that's where Dark Ruler goes great, and it's also a very good go second card, especially into a lot of the big boards that decks are pumping out at the moment. And then for our last 2 cards, got Branded Retribution. You can't play the deck without it, and because we're on the thrust, we play 1 Fusion Duplication as well. Yeah, good card indeed. So yeah, flat 40 there, flat 40. I saw some I know, in theory for me, like, I'm willing to sacrifice ratios of cards to make it a flat 40, because then if you do the maths on stuff, it ends up being like a better ratio anyway. So yeah, keep it nice tight 40, that's what we like to see. Nice and tight. Extra deck now, we've got 2 Mirror Jades there, we've got 2 Albion, 2 Granny Dragon, yep, standard, Granny Dragon. I feel like, with how I'm playing the deck with the 2 Quem, and we're playing the 2 Cartesia as well. Double Granny Dragon is great because you usually get what banish one off, and then it just gives you like more plays on the next turn there. One-offs, Rinbrum. I think I used him once, just dumping him and stuff, and just like putting Elbaz in the graveyard is great just to get that drop on your opponent. 1 Lebellion, 1 Albion Sanctifier, help you Puppet Lock. 1 Guardian Chimera, great card. 1 Titaniclad, because yeah, we are running like I said, we're running big number of the best girls. We've got double Cartesia, double Quem, and this just gets it onto the field. So if you're not able to fully combo on your turn, you can send Titaniclad and then just like put the Cartesia or the Quem to the field, whichever one you really need, and then that way you can start playing on your opponent's turn. So this is going to be a weird pick, but I knew going into this thing and the meta that there was going to be a lot of Dragon Link players, so I prepared by main decking Albalenitus. I put him over the Dragoseptalia, the Predator Plant, purely because I knew that I was going to verse more Dragon Link than I was going to be versing, like, So I knew I was going to be versing more Dragon Link than I was going to be going up against Kashtera. So, like, Albalenitus in the main is a great card. Great card. Also as well, like, you don't even need to fusion summon against a Dragon Link board. You can just use fusion deployment, bring Elbaz to the field, and then go contact the field away. And yeah, good card. And then yeah, because so 14th, 15th cards, Lulu Wallalith and Dissipator. So how I play this deck, I played this deck kind of weird compared to like what you normally would. So I knew that a lot of people like get a bit lazy in the brain against Brandon, and they'd be like, oh yo, I just Ash the Brand of Fusion and that's going to save me. So I do everything in my power to not activate this card. So I'd be like branded openings, fusion deployments, building my board and stuff. Like I'd search for the branded fusion so they know I've got it, and they're like, oh crap, here we go. Yeah, let's save Ash for this. Let's save Ash for this bad boy. And then it's just like finish my turn by being like, oh, yo, make Dissipator, special summon back, especially if you like banish your own Quem or Cartesia. Yeah, banish your own Quem or Cartesia with a Bestial, bring it back, then you like make Dissipator and then you bring it back, and then like your field is still full and you've got a negate out of Dissipator there. So yeah, really good. And then they're like still sitting there with Ash in hand, and they're like, yo, what the fuck? And you're like, yeah, cool. You've got Brand of Fusion for like backup next turn. So like if you deplete all their resources, mean they don't kick up a board or anything like that, and then like you go back into your turn and be like, cool, let's make this easy. I've either still got game on board, or I'm just going to drop Brand of Fusion. You're going to Ash it, going to feel like a dick, and then I'm just going to, you know, run you out with Bestials and like all my other stuff. So yeah, most games I was not activating Branded Fusion like turn 1. Like have it in hand, ready to go, but if everything goes to stuff and doesn't look like you're going to be synchroing that turn, then you can like keep it as your last play and stuff. But like most boards, you're just building up and you just like slap Dissipator down as your last one, and it's really good. Onto the side deck now. So 1 Trusting Relationship Kami. Yeah, that's a field center. 3 Droll and Lockbirds, you know, just for like build a board and spam and stuff. 3 Bell, also going to be a lot of Labyrinth as well. Also very good against Dragon Link players. So yeah, and it helps protect your Puppet Lock because you can just like go spell if they try to like use a Bestial to get rid of your puppet out. So if you know you're going first game 1, games 2 or 3, like bring these in because this is just going to be great because everyone's going to go to town trying to get rid of your puppet. Back rows, we hate them. 3 Cosmics and a Harpies. Harpies still great, and it's only really there because you can switch off Thrust. Cosmic usually tends to be better if you're siding in because this just gets rid of problem cards like the Labyrinth traps out of the graveyard. Also gets rid of like the Runic Field spell as well, can't be protected. So yeah, good card. And then finishing off, just a couple more board breakers, just some generic stuff. Normally only came in against Labyrinth. I didn't see it, so can't really comment. It's still really good in theory. Kurikara as well, that comes in just for Kashtera. Didn't see a lot of it, so didn't really bring her in. But still very good card, especially from the Kashtera heavy meta. And then card number 15, Dragostep Talia. That's really just against Castor as well, because you make it turn 1, just make their whatever their thing, like level 1 or something, and negate its activated effects, and then they're just like, oh yo, that is not cool at all. Shout outs, shout out to my testing partner, Carl Leisha. Yeah, thank you very much for like putting me through my paces and like setting me up with Gumby combos, so I knew how to play this deck again. I've been back on Cyber Dragons for the last couple of weeks and things, so I needed a night or two of testing just to, refresh myself with the combos and then just